Acting is a dream for many, but for those without connections, it's an uphill climb. In an industry where who you know often matters more than what you can do, breaking in takes more than talent. It takes perseverance. In this short documentary, we follow Wali Jamal, a Pittsburgh-based actor who built a career from the ground up without family ties or industry favors. Through his story, we'll see the dream, the struggles, and the victories that come from forging your own path. Wali's journey started with a single moment. In 7th grade, he landed his first role in a school play and fell in love with acting. That early spark would guide him through everything that followed.
It was at St. Adalbert, 7th grade, and she had us read a play. And it was a play form of H.G. Wells' The Invisible Man. And she had me read the part of The Invisible Man, me being the only black kid in the class. I mean, and I didn't take that, to mean that's why she gave me the role. I figured she gave me the role because I was the best reader in the class. So they gave me the part. So I did it, and as he went on in the play trying to make himself visible again, he got more frustrated and crazy, and he would do mayhem like train wrecks and strangulations and poisonings. So as he got crazy, I got crazy with it, and by the time that play was over, my classmates were looking at me like, hee. But my teacher, Miss Cavalieri, came to me, grabbed me by the shoulders and said, "Wally, you're an actor. You are."
But dreams are just the beginning. Building a career without connections means facing real obstacles, from financial stresses to long stretches without work. This is where the hard part begins.
What advice would you give to younger actors or people interested in the entertainment industry like you're in?
Get a real job. Have a real job. Have a real income. Don't ever rely on this as your sole source of income. Like, it appears like I do, but I do various things. I do voiceover, I do history, I do, in addition to writing plays.
So did you have a lot of support when you from your family or anything?
No.
So what were the reactions like when you even went into comedy?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. Not like I knew you could do it. No, none of that, because, and I understand it because growing up we were poor, if I wanted to be a dancer, you got to buy tap shoes, you want to be a drummer, you got to buy a drum set. My mother, I tore my pants. My mother gave me a needle and thread. But, so it was about learning how to do practical stuff like electrical wiring. That's what I learned, and it's something I made money with since graduating from Bidwell, to this day. I wound up a maintenance man in apartment buildings for 22 years. Kept a job because I had a trade, because I had a skill. It was great too, because it was an apartment building downtown. So I was able to, a lot of times I would sneak away from work, to do a morning show, because it was just 2 blocks away, so I was able to do that. And I was able to get back to work, nobody knew I was gone. It was pretty cool. And there was lots of times, I would work the Hazlitt, walking distance, City Theater, walking distance. So working that job and living on site was a means, to make all this happen.
Through the challenges, Wali kept going. Success didn't come overnight, but it came through persistence, small wins, and a deep love for the craft. Now we look at what those victories mean.
And it's always been natural for me, to tell stories, to mimic, to entertain. It's I was always trying to do some flashy thing. See, here's the deal. This was 2003. I played the character Toledo. And they kind of had to hold me up for that. And then I played the role again in 2018. And they ain't have to do nothing to hold me up. It was that year that I got Performer of the Year for How I Learned What I Learned, August Wilson's play. And also Wali Jamal Day. And it was on August's birthday that they named it, Wali Jamal Day. And that was after I performed in all 10 of his Century Cycle plays and the one-man show.
What is the biggest lesson you have learned?
The biggest lesson that I've learned is to be kind and patient.
Wali Jamal's story proves that you don't need powerful connections to succeed. With talent, hard work, and heart, it's possible to build a career even when the odds are against you. From the ground up, the dream is still possible.